Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me in another video. So I am not alone in that I find Katie Holmes's style so fascinating whenever she's referenced in articles from like Vogue or Who What Wear, other style publications. She's often wearing items and they actually become very popular. For instance, she wore that famous Khaite cardigan bralette set that just went really viral, and I really think that really brought the brand Khaite into a lot of people's consciousness. I also remember her wearing that Toteme T-lock bag, and I remember talking about that. There was something about her, especially her wearing that bag, that I think really propelled that bag into our awareness of Toteme making handbags. To me, it was never really a brand I thought about handbags. I thought nice, elevated, Scandi style basics. I just did a video on this brand. And then of course other influencers started wearing that bag. It was really her that I remember a lot of these online publications were talking about. To be honest, Katie Holmes, I've not really been that familiar with her as an actress. I remember her back in the day. She was in a show called Dawson's Creek. I never watched because it was, I think, just a little bit too old for me. I remember it being on TV while I was like watching shows like Goosebumps or something. Then like Dawson's Creek would come on and I'd be like, yeah, this is too mature for me. And I also remember her in Batman Begins. I also remember her because of her marriage to Tom Cruise. But I never even then thought of her as like a fashion person. But it's very interesting because I feel over the years like she's become someone that the world of fashion has started to look to. I see her quite often, and in 2024 alone, I was just looking at her fashion and I think her style just keeps getting better and better. And I thought for today we'd take a look at her style. We'd also take a look at her handbags, specifically this past year, because there's a lot to talk about. But just in 2024 alone, she's worn a lot of great handbags. I already have like a list of 20 something bags here, just to not make this video too long. But in terms of how I would describe her style, I think it's this perfect blend of laid back sophistication and accessible chic. And I think that accessible chic is very important. Yes, she will wear expensive brands like Chanel, but she also pairs it with very timeless basics, well-cut jeans, very classic coats, oversized knits, but a lot of it is in the styling, and I think that's where the creativity comes, the way she styles. And I also think the way stylists style her, or when she's attending events at brands, they style in a very Katie Holmes kind of way. So you can wear things that are seemingly very classic, but it's the way you style it is how you add a personal touch to something that can feel very contemporary, but can also have the ability to be worn for years and years and years. I tried to order this in terms of the appearance of when I've seen her wearing these bags online. It's not perfect, but I thought we just try to go in a chronological order. This isn't perfect because there's like 20 something bags. I tried to identify as many as I could. This first bag I want to talk about is from a brand I have never tried. I've seen it talked about quite heavily online. I feel it really had a moment a few years ago, but it's still going strong, and it's Mansur Gavriel. So this is called the Everyday Tote, and it's black, but it has this pop of red interior lining peeping out. It's like this contrast in a very subtle way. The way she wears it is just often with oversized coats. Again, this is earlier this year during the winter, so a lot of coats that we're seeing. But again, it's a very classic tote shape, very Neverfull-esque or Goyard, these bags that are, to me, the ultimate classic totes. But if you're looking for, I think, an alternative to any of those classic styles, this very classic shape, if you just want to throw around work bag, errand bag, whatever bag, I can see why this very classic tote shape works for Katie Holmes. Personally, I've never tried Mansur Gavriel. Please let me know if you've tried this brand. What is your experience? But yeah, it's one of these rising contemporary brands. I heard a lot of people talk about it on YouTube 5 years ago. There was probably like an influencer campaign, but this brand still is known for making handbags at sort of that mid kind of contemporary level. And then she's also been seen wearing this Mansur Gavriel candy hobo tote. Absolutely love it in this pomegranate color. This silhouette I think feels a little bit more now. It's very much that Bottega Veneta hop bag sort of silhouette without the intrecciato weave. It has this nice slouch, this nice drape. It also has a zipper, so that's a nice feature for those that want that extra layer of protection. And I also noticed from the website that you also have the ability to personalize the bag with your own monogram. Next, we have something a little bit different. So this is a Chanel micro mini bag. I'm not sure what the exact name is. If you know, please let me know in the comments. A lot of these bags kind of all start looking the same to me, I'm not gonna lie, but I know for those hardcore Chanel collectors, you guys know which 24B or 22K, whatever collection it's from, but I think she looks fabulous here. Katie Holmes wears Chanel quite a bit, and I think this is probably one of these cases where she will be dressed in something that is very, very expensive. Perhaps she's a brand ambassador, perhaps there's some like partnership going on there. I also remember she did play Jackie in like a Kennedy series a while back. I think there's something about this look that I think really works. It was from February of this year, so again, this is the Virginie era, and again, Virginie's era of fashion, ready to wear, it was known to sell, and this little ensemble here, it's a little bit flirty with the open jacket bralette situation, and I think she's kind of been like known for that, which we'll see a lot of brands style her in this jacket and bralette look, which I think has become her signature. Again, it's a classic piece, but it's how you style it. She looks comfortable, she looks relaxed, but she's still flirty. Next we have her, and she's attending a Prada event, so it's a total Prada look. I actually really love this triangular bag. I remember seeing this on the runway. I think it was like a couple years ago. I've been looking for this bag for a good price on the pre-love market, but I always wait and then it sells. It's not that high up on the list for me, but I do like this bag. But yeah, she's wearing this total Prada look with the skirt, again, the cardigan that she's infamously known for. The way this is styled, it's less flirty than the Khaite one. So next we have this Michael Kors bag. Here she is, she's attending a Michael Kors show, and again, the stylist is very much aware of how she dresses, what her style is, what her signature style is. Again, we've got her wearing this blazer, but we've got this bra peeping out with this lace bit over top. We're also seeing a little bit of underwear here, but it's also covered up with lace. Still flirty, but also sophisticated. When it comes to Michael Kors, I know it's not really, I feel in the handbag world, I think a problem with Michael Kors is a lot of their bags just immediately go on sale. They immediately go to outlet. But this is the Tina Small Leather Menagere. I think it's a nice bag if you were looking to go to an event like a wedding, or you just had an occasion at which you wanted a nice bag and you saw this bag at a department store and it was on sale. I get why you would buy a bag like this. I actually also really like this look. They've styled her in a way that feels very Katie Holmes, that is very signature to how she is known to dress in this like flirty but sophisticated way. So this next look here, it's a little bit more casual, a little bit more relaxed, and she's wearing the YSL Sanka set Bia ingrained leather. It's comfortable, it's that hobo style, it's very practical. That grain texture makes it very durable, but she's balanced this out and it's more of a high-low look. She's wearing Banana Republic pleated pants, Birkenstocks, but then it's a little bit more elevated with those Khaite sunglasses, the YSL bag. And this is, I think, how a lot of people actually dress. They might buy a nice pair of sunglasses or a nice handbag, but then they'll go for those pieces like a cotton shirt, which may not want to spend a lot of money on. So I think it speaks to this laid-back sophistication that I think is very true to her style. It's not like prim and proper, it's actually very relaxed. And again, she's wearing this Sanka set bag with an Isabel Marant skirt and these Gucci loafers with the socks. Again, these Gucci loafers are very classic, but I think with the socks and the very contemporary sunglasses, keeps the outfit looking fresh. Here she's wearing this YSL bag with a pair of Gucci loafers and these very fun Isabel Marant embroidered denim. I think honestly, Isabel Marant is just a great brand for that quintessential Parisian boho vibe. It also really works well for the city. Next we have, I'm going to assume the name of the brand is Freya, and this is the Caroline bag in oat. Again, wearing those Gucci loafers, but for this total look that she's got here with this oatmeal bag, we're seeing this repetition with the oatmeal raincoat, oatmeal rolled neck, and then she's wearing these flared jeans from A.P.C. This was the Natasha Ramsey Levi collection collaboration that she did with them. She was formerly the creative director at Chloe a couple creative directors ago. And then next we have this Todd's tea case tote. So here she is attending the American Ballet Spring Gala. So she's going for something a little bit more formal here. She's wearing this Emilio Pucci dress. Personally, I don't know if it's like the goopy squiggles or the way these colors or the kind of graphic outline here of these colors, but it just feels very like Nickelodeon cartoon shows that I used to watch as a kid. Next we have her in Chanel. So she's at another Chanel event. This is the Tribeca Chanel Women's Filmmaker Program. Now I have have to say I actually prefer the previous Chanel look over this one. It's a very casual look, but it doesn't feel like going to an event look. And of course, she's probably wearing this as an ambassador to promote the brand. These jeans, the graphic printed top, I'm sure they want to sell. So yeah, I get it. I think the bag is cute. I like the micro vanity bag. And again, these are very much a Chanel staple. So next we have her wearing the Toteme T-lock bag. And I've talked about her wearing this bag before, how it really gained momentum. And it's still a very desired bag. It has that very dipped in slouch that we're seeing even on the 2025 runways. But yeah, this total look is from her collaboration with A.P.C, the shirt, the denim, the shoes. And A.P.C does a lot of these capsule collaborations. They always do really great elevated basics like denim, collared shirts, jackets, and they don't break the bank, which is nice. They recently collaborated with Tame Impala's Kevin Park. They've also collabed with other designers like J.W. Anderson and Sakai. They also did a collaboration with Jane Birkin. But I do think it's really cool that Katie Holmes has done this collaboration, and I think she looks really hot in some of these looks. So next we have a bag and a brand I actually had to look into. So this is the Testing Como Explorer. This brand is known for their travel bags that are handmade in England. They look very lightweight. The canvas has this vintage look with these kind of brown leather trim bits. She looks great with these wider flare jeans and these Chanel Mary Janes. And again, her everyday street style it looks so flawless, it's easy. And again, she has a stylist, but I really think it's working. I really think there's a reason why these paparazzi photos will find their ways on fashion blogs and people look to her style, because she just has like really flawless, effortless, even though there is effort put into how she looks. But it's something that a lot of people can take inspiration from. Next, we have her at the Tribeca and Chanel Through Her Lens conversation event. So here she's actually wearing her A.P.C jacket. She's got these Tory Burch silver ballet flats, but she's keeping in line with the Chanel brand, and she's wearing this olive mini square bag. I love this whole combination. I think it works with the ballet flats, the styling of the shirt, the jacket. Again, she's showing just a little peep of skin. It's just very flirty, very laid back, but also still sophisticated. So here she is again in another Chanel look at a Chanel Tribeca Festival Artist Dinner. This is still the Virginie era, and I think it looks just really great on her. I know people say that Virginie's fashion, how matronly are the kinds of terms I've heard people use, but I actually think she looks very elegant and pretty in this glitter organza dress, and it's see-through. No, it's a top and a skirt here. Yeah, and I get why Virginie's fashion, her ready-to-wear, her fashion did really well. Of course, Virginie, she was a woman who had the experience of being a mom, how a woman's body will drastically change, going through like stages of menopause. It's just like an experience that like men won't have, and she makes fashion for women that I think still want to feel pretty. In some areas they want to be a little bit more covered up, but in the case of Katie Holmes, you know, she also wants to show some skin in a way that feels right for her. I think there is something to be said about having that kind of life experience when it comes to the clothing side, to the fashion side, that I think a lot of women at this age, and I think even a lot older, really appreciate. Coco Chanel also was considerate about that as well. Next, we have the Khaite Amelia tote. Now, I think this is kind of an underrated bag. I've seen it here and there, and I think if you are looking for a nice tote, this is one to consider. I always think of Katie Holmes as a Khaite woman. And again, just this look here, the styling. I love how the tote just really captures this autumn look so perfectly with the coat. This tonal look here just really works. She's captured the mood of the weather, the yellow trees, the fallen leaves. And there's something interesting about, I saw an article talk about this, about how, you know, she's wearing these leggings, right? It's very much a 2010s, very millennial kind of coated look with the boots. But I think it's like the drape of the coat, the cut of the shoulders, this slouchy tote that makes it feel very now, very 2024. It can also be very classic too. And I think it's, again, in how something is styled. And again, we've got like this subtle peep of skin, the cropped white top. So next we have this A.P.C Grace bag, and she's paired it with this Rachel Comey top and mules. And I've seen the A.P.C Grace bag quite a lot. I have tried a lot of APC ready to wear, and I've had actually great experience. Even David wears a lot of APC, but I've never experienced the bag. I've heard a lot of people talk about how great their bags are. Again, this is probably one of APC's best sellers. It does look like the old Celine classic bag, or what people call the box bag, but again, this is at a much more affordable price. To me, APC also kind of does embody that sort of French chic minimal style, but at a reasonable price. Next, we have the Strathberry East-West bag. She's paired it with this Simone Rocha floral see-through top in this really pretty pale minty green, and again, and she loves to show off a little bralette here and there. What's interesting is the skinny jeans. They feel very 2010s, and of course she's wearing ballet flats, but the look of these ballet flats bring it into 2024. They're more of a square toe, and it's got the strap. Next, we have this Bevza large tote in white. Here she is wearing it with this Frankie Shop camel coat, and she has these sneakers by Pony. It's very casual, going for that cozy, comfy vibe here. Next, we have one of my favorite looks. How gorgeous is this green coat? It's by the brand Aline. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but she's paired it with this matching cardigan. Love this avocado chartreuse green color. I think this is definitely going to be a color we see heavily in 2025. Like, we're already seeing it on the runways. We've already seen hints of that. I think we're going to see this kind of chartreuse, this avocado lime green color more. But the bag she's wearing is this Manu Atelier Le Cambon bag in the 35 centimeters. It's very the Ro Margot belted version to me, I'm not gonna lie, but Manu Atelier, it will definitely be much more approachable in price. And then she's wearing these like APC jeans. Again, the styling here is just so good, and she's wearing these comfortable loafers. Looks great. Next, we have her wearing this YSL Manhattan bag, and she's paired it with this maroon Tibby dress with this pleating. And for her shoes, she has these Franco Sardo Emma pointed toe slingbacks. Another bag we have here is the Dune London Deliberate Extra Large bag. So this, again, I feel is one of these brands I hear more from the UK influencers. From what I understand, they seem to be known for their shoes, but here we have a handbag. This is a synthetic bag. It is very Bottega hot bag, so I can see if you wanted to find something that isn't like a total dupe, there is a difference in that kind of flap bit. At the end of the day, to spend $210 versus $4,000 or whatever the hot bag is going for, I get why someone would go for a bag like this. For me though, I would say I would try to go pre-loved. So next we have her at this Broadway opening, and she's wearing this skirt and top look from a brand called Heirloom. I'm not too familiar with this brand, but I love the look, and she's wearing a Carolina Herrera Scala insignia clutch. Again, for another look here, she's at the CFDA's, also wearing a Carolina Herrera dress with the Carolina postcard clutch and some Gianvito Rossi accent pumps. So yeah, those are pretty much all the bags that I could find that she wore in 2024. I could probably go back further, but considering we were at like 20 something bags here, what I love about her style is she does pick out those, I would say more so pieces that would be considered classic, but she has a unique way and a very personalized way at which she styles these pieces. A bag is only one part of the total look, right? And it's about like how your clothing interacts with each other, and also like how it interacts with you. So yeah, anyways guys, that is my video. Thank you so much for joining me in another one, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.